We had kids share Christ for the first time ever on this trip, overcoming surmountable obstacles. We had kids releasing sin. We had kids just overcoming their fears. And then we had kids literally have visions of people the day before and then meeting that person in a vision the next day to interact with. I mean, this is just amazing stuff. And for a lot of the kids, what happened was they said, you know what? They were asked a question, what one word would you describe how God revealed himself? And one of the kids, I'll never forget it, he said, real. And he said, I've heard the stories. I've read the word. I've been to church my whole life. But on this trip, God etched it in stone. He is real, and he's impacting our world today. And I saw it firsthand. And so for him to solidify his faith in that way, to go, man, no holds barred, God's real. I've witnessed it myself. That to me is it's priceless.
Well, God revealed himself to me as the love of my life. He didn't want anything else to come in front of him but that he really wants me, and he really wants to have my life and me to spend time with him and just me to just really be devoted to him.
God revealed to me as a forgiver, and I really fully understood that for the first time, that it didn't matter who I was before that and what people knew me as, that I was forgiven of my sins and I could start new, differently. And that sounds really cliche, because I feel like a lot of people say that, but I really, really God took my heart the week and really got me to understand that I'm forgiven and I'm new, and that was really awesome. Yeah.
Well, we had this stone where we wrote all of our insecurities on it, or something that's holding us back. And at the end, when everybody finished writing it, we broke it. And we took one of our pieces and we chucked it into this lake thing. And that was just kind of to represent us throwing out our insecurities and everything that's holding us back.
Not so much one thing as much as it was the constant feeling of the Holy Spirit working the whole week, whether we were in West Virginia or Myrtle Beach, just everything we were doing, I felt like he was there and had a hand over what we were doing.
What is God saying to you, and being able to identify when those moments are and then challenge them. Now what are you going to do? If you hear them saying this to you, he doesn't want us to just hear, he wants us to be obedient. And so I'm just really encouraging them to listen, know when it's God's voice, which is difficult for me even still, and then just being obedient to that.
The atmosphere that they created for the worship, and just seeing kids raising their hands and dancing up and down, and it's not like they were doing it to show off, but they were doing it because it was sincere. I mean, for me personally, raising my hands, I probably haven't done that ever since I was a little kid. So just having that freedom to know, or it was an atmosphere that you could be real.
Seeing the change in some of the people from our group, from the first week sleeping, just not wanting to be there at all, to the last day, just rejoicing and worshiping God with such intensity during the sessions, that was awesome.
I was kind of nervous about how it would all happen. I mean, it was raining when we had to go pass out flyers when we were in West Virginia, but the attitudes already from the beginning were phenomenal. And just throughout the week, there were these little moments that there was this breakthrough in different individuals that I'd just been praying for all week, that God would just really speak to them at the right time and that they would hear from him. And that happened several times. And out of that, just the support and the love that they had for one another was literally like nothing I've ever seen before. So that was really cool.
This experience was really life-changing for me.
Powerful.
A blessing.
Amazing and powerful.
Impactful. Definitely life-changing.
Amazing.
Powerful and encouraging.
Revival.
Inspirational.
Life-changing.